For the last 11 days, the Mamata Banerjee government in Kolkata has been indulging more in firefighting and damage control and reputation management rather than investigating the rape and murder of a young doctor. More machinery, it appears, has been used in so-called fighting misinformation, of which there is most definitely a certain amount, and trying to debunk what they believe is the media not doing its work. They've sent out scores of notices to journalists, to social media handles, rightfully so, regarding misinformation. But today they hit a wall that they perhaps cannot send a notice to the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court, which, and this cannot be made up, is asking the same questions that the media has been asking. Right here on 5 Live through this week, several of the questions that we've been asking here, through interviews with the family of the victim, through people in the administration, through crematorium staff and through others, only to be called BJP lackeys and sold out journalists by the Trinamool Congress. Well, today, Justice Chandrachud, the Chief Justice of India, in the Supreme Court, in a 3-bench hearing of this case, asked some very hard-hitting questions of the Mamata Banerjee government and the Kolkata Police. Only this time, perhaps, the Bengal government cannot turn around, point an angry finger at the Supreme Court and call them BJP lackeys. Take a look.
Until late night, we find that no FIR was raised.
That's also not correct.
The Supreme Court's hard-hitting observation against Kolkata horror. The Supreme Court questioned the unexplained delays by Mamata government. Kolkata rape victim's body found at 7:30 a.m. Sent for post-mortem between 1 to 4 p.m. Handed over for cremation at around 8:30 p.m. But FIR was filed at 11:45 p.m. The Supreme Court came down heavily on Mamata government and Kolkata Police and questioned the delay.
Crime was detected in the early hours of the morning.
Yes.
After the crime was detected in the early hours of the morning, the principal of the hospital tries to pass this off as a suicide.
Not true.
Her parents are not allowed to see the body. The parents are not allowed to see the body for almost...
No, Malad, this is, I'm sorry. Anyway, Malad, this is the impression.
Our investigation
We'll have to place the facts before your lordships. We have investigated that. This is not correct.
Until late night, we find that no FIR was raised.
That's also not correct.
The CJI also blasted Kolkata Police for not protecting the crime scene and allowing a large armed mob to run riot near the crime scene.
What are they doing?
Well, that's
allow vandals to enter the hospital?
It's impossible that 7,000 people can gather without the consent.
Please, one second.
Allow me.
7,000 people can never gather without knowledge or consent of the police.
This is not an adversarial litigation.
It's not. Therefore, let us not be in denial mode. One girl has lost life.
The CJI also expressed concerns over victims' identity being revealed.
I'm deeply concerned of the fact that the name of the deceased who was assaulted and murdered, the name has been published all over the media. Photographs have been published all over the media.
Correct.
Video clips, obviously, either before or after the postmortem, have been published,
right,
showing her body, after she was subjected to it. It's extremely concerning.
The top court asked for the status report of the probe from the CBI on Thursday and asked Bengal government to furnish reply on hospital attack.
We would want the investigation has been handed over to the Bureau of Investigation.
Yes, done. Yes.
We want CBI to file a status report before this court on Thursday.
Correct.
We will take up the case on Thursday. We want CBI to apprise us on the status of the investigation.
Correct.
The investigation obviously must be at a very sensitive stage so that it's something which will be submitted to the court.
The top court, taking note of atrocities happening on doctors, formed a national task force and reassured doctors that it will ensure their safety.
Setting up, under the authority of this court, a national task force. The national task force will consist of a diverse segment of doctors from different parts of the country. We want them to make us recommendations in regard to the modalities to be followed across India. We're not only talking of the Ajikar Medical College and Hospital, but modalities to be followed all over the country for ensuring safety at the workplace first and foremost.
With the matter now in top court, parents of the victim and doctors are hoping for justice. With Nalini Sharma and Kanu Sharda in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, you've heard what the Supreme Court has said, but here are the forward-looking big questions that we're asking on day 11. Number one, and this is a question for the CBI, why is a basic investigation pertaining to DNA testing, etc., taking so long? The Supreme Court has now ordered the CBI to provide a full report by Thursday, that's day after tomorrow. Why is there still no clarity on whether there was more than one accused involved? The lack of clarity on this has allowed a huge amount of misinformation and speculation to spread. Number three, is there no headway in the gang rape angle in this investigation so far? The CBI has had this case for the last many days. Why is there no clarity yet on semen sample examination? This is one of the most rudimentary tests that the CBI can actually do. Why the delay on this crucial aspect that has become a flashpoint and has become a hub for a great deal of claims versus counterclaims? And it's very important because there is a huge difference between rape and gang rape, which if it's gang rape, then there are people out there who are also part of this crime. Why is the Central Forensic Science Laboratory result still not out? All of these samples were taken many days ago for a case that has such a huge spotlight on it. Even the Supreme Court has now stepped in. Why is it taking so long for all these facts to actually come out? These are hard questions for the CBI that we are asking here on 5 Live. Shreya Chatterjee is live with us from Kolkata. Shreya, the Chief Justice of India has asked for a full update on the investigation by Thursday from the CBI. What are you hearing? Are they likely to provide a full comprehensive assessment of some of the questions we've asked and some of the questions that the Supreme Court has also put forward?
Well, Shiv, you know, the Central Bureau of Investigation will definitely have to provide a status report on the investigation that they have proceeded with. Today is the 5th day. We've already seen a 5 round of questioning so far as the principal is concerned. So far as the other officials, for example, the close aide of Sanjay Roy, who was also called in for the second time today, the students from the department who was last seen with the deceased, and they were also one of the first respondents in the crime scene. All of them have been questioned multiple times. Even then, there hasn't been any fresh arrest that has happened from the side of the CBI, is why there is a lot of patience that's not really, staying with those protesting right now. So clearly the CBI will have to give a status report. The DNA, Shiv, as you rightly pointed it out, will clear that whether at all this was a gang rape or not, because that will give a clarity. So once that comes in, probably the clarity will come in. But as of now, CBI continues their round of questioning. They will have to submit a status report by Thursday. But we are being told that there have been inconsistencies in the statements that the principal has been giving when they corroborate with the others whose statements have also been recorded by the CBI.
All right, Shreya, thanks very much for getting us that crucial input. Thursday, the CBI has no choice but to provide a full status report on where the investigation stands at this point of time. Remember, by Thursday, it will be day 13, 2 weeks since the crime took place.